everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for November 27th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Interesting quote from Jimi Hendrix, of all people. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will finally know peace. As this civilization continues to evolve, one of the most destructive and constructive forces in the universe is found inside the fiery energy of anger. This amazing energy is so powerful that it can melt through your personal fears, blocks, insecurities, and transform you into a truly passionate, alive, loving being. Sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? But as you know, if this intense inner fire is not harnessed correctly, it can destroy the sacred love, joy, and real power that is possible with your life. The key to this alchemical process is understanding the power of anger is found in its greatest weakness. This weakness and how to enter the fiery, passionate anger energy on a deeper spiritual level, so what you can discover how to use it as a gateway to enter the divine. Remember, each of us are the master. And it's this journey that we are on within is to understand how to master many things effortlessly. In its purest form, anger is simply raw potential energy. It's like a tremendous fireball breathing inside you that can fuel the manifestation of all your desires if you learn how not to be afraid of it and meet it intimately. To transform your anger into love, you must be willing to surrender to a process that will take you on what may be the greatest spiritual journey of your life. You must be strong enough to be a channel for this potentially destructive energy and understand how to use it and not abuse it. Welcoming the fire in this passionate energy will open many doors to you, which you once thought were closed. When you can truly awaken, befriend, and tame this wildfire inside, you'll become unstoppable and able to manifest massive positive outcomes all over your life. Now, here's a simple trick that may help you find a healthy way to relate to anger. The next time you are overcome by the dramatic urgency to express or suppress your anger, imagine that a very hungry wild tiger has just entered the room. Very large, ferocious beast is now circling you and about to pounce and kill you. So what are you going to do? If you run, it will chase you and eat you alive. And if you try to attack it, the tiger will surely win. So what's the best option? The best option is to be very, very still, unmoving like a statue. And soon it will stop moving too. Do not move a single muscle until a deeper conscious stillness enters your entire body and brain. Keep one eye on this ravenous feline, as this crazy animal could turn on you at any moment thinking that you are its food. And until you feel this beast has totally left the room, be very conscious of the conversation going on in your head. The tiger may be nearby and could sniff you out again. So continue being very still and silent inside until you feel the crazy energy has relaxed enough for you to on its back and ride it, or has no interest into you and has walked away. To master anything in this world, it's important to understand it. A lot of people will try to master things, but they don't understand what they're mastering. So it's fruitless. The first thing to know about anger is that it stems from unmet desires formed by your ego. Unmet desires formed by your ego. So when this ego doesn't get exactly what it wants when it wants it, it may thrash out at the world in a fit of fiery expression. What's really going on underneath the surface is that the ego feels powerless and unable to manifest its desires. It's even more accurate to say that the ego is powerlessness itself. Powerlessness itself. And any attempt to operate your life from this helpless energy will only manifest into life experiences that are hard and challenging. The essential secret here is learning to be aware of when you're coming from ego and when you are coming from your true peaceful power, which is the God source itself. The ego is an identity that each of us have formed around ourselves, so who we think we are. It doesn't have anything to do with the true spiritual source of who we truly are. So when you can let go of the ideas and beliefs the ego has you imprisoned in, you can dive into finding the root cause of your anger. All anger stems from a lack of connection to your true spiritual source and power. All anger stems from a lack of connection to your true spiritual source and power. So when you find this connection, you can heal the core wound inside you, which is this powerlessness. The healing spiritual source naturally comes flooding through as you embrace your deepest wound. The moment you do this, you'll find your anger transforms into passion, and your real spiritual journey in life begins. One of the most important first steps towards emotional mastery comes through consciously approaching any feeling of being powerless. And what this means is that you're dropping through your anger and into the deepest core wound that is creating your anger in the first place. The powerless ego will try to avoid being seen and healed at all costs. It will try to avoid being seen and healed at all costs. So you must be a healing warrior here. When you dive inside yourself and you reach that deeper emotional belief that says, I am powerless, notice who or what is it that is identifying with this experience. Investigate this idea that you are powerless over anything or anyone in your life, including your anger. Excuse me. Is it true? Is it really true? To find peace with these deep, powerless feelings simply takes a willingness to let in the healing energy, and this is the only way you will find true freedom in this lifetime. The consequence of not diving into anger and feeling your powerless disconnection to source is enormous. If you cannot allow yourself to drop into your deepest helpless feeling and have the need to be strong in that moment, the ego has to resort to anger as a close replacement. By expressing anger at someone or or yourself, there's this false sense of feeling powerful, which is then followed by feeling sad, guilty, or ashamed at the uncentered demon you just became. Then a vicious downward self-hating spiral begins and expands the more you tend to suppress or express your anger, making you feel even more powerless and frustrated than before. In your practical daily life, having a truly conscious and healthy relationship with anger may seem like a huge impossible feat. Yet think of it as a simple balancing act on the inner world. There are three basic ways to deal with anger to find your path to your balance and freedom with it. You have the choice to express it, suppress it, or transcend it. You have the choice. Each of us have the choice to express it, suppress it, or transcend it. So when you express it at a person, the dark, violent energy will release from your body momentarily, then later take over your heart and your mind. If you suppress it, a rigid control structure is formed to stop this erupting volcano, which requires tons of your precious energy to keep you from exploding. When you choose to transcend anger, you are neither expressing nor regressing it. The passionate, fiery energy rises from the forbidden gallows, and you choose to dive into the core of it until you reach your powerlessness and sit with your helpless wound. Then anger becomes the secret agent on your side, empowering you with more focus, clarity, strength, and the courage you need to heal your past, burn through the ego mind, and find the true, peaceful, divine, infinite spirit you truly are. And Albert Einstein made his quote, "There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though there are no miracles, and the other is as though everything is a miracle." This transcendent approach to anger has many layers and steps to it. It often starts with feeling whatever you're truly upset about, yet going deeper than the powerless story that tries to hook you in. Use your anger or your angry victim story to push you deeper inside and go beyond the identity you've created about yourself in your story. We all have stories about ourselves. The fire of anger will help you to burn through the ego on its own accord and let it burn you away until there is nothing left of you. Notice that this story is the same powerless story you've been repeating to yourself your entire life. When your story takes on a slightly new flavor and color, the anger will loosen its grip to you or on you. You'll start to move beyond the reaction mode and move into more of a conscious response to it. And the day you stop buying into your victim story is the day you arrive in the land of transcendence. It takes practice to be open to feeling the anger energy without getting caught in it. The more you meditate on the awareness that is aware of the anger, the easier it is to naturally transcend it without trying to control your expression or suppression of it. On a practical level, I invite you to use complete stillness of the body to drill through that moment when anger would take over your mouth and mind. Just stop all movement anytime you feel anger arising and watch. Don't express, don't suppress, don't observe. Wait to speak until the words you want to say are truly loving, compassionate, and heartfelt. Anger, like any emotion, is a natural energy that can be used to make life more juicy and powerful. To get authentically into this higher vibe place, you must dive deeper than the angry victim story buried inside you. This is the key to unraveling the wound that is creating the anger in the first place. And by using your hot, fiery feelings as fuel, they will push you deeper until you arrive at the source of your powerlessness and discover a wellspring of healing that is inside the most wounded part of your being. This may not seem like something to get excited about, yet it is by far the greatest discovery mankind has yet to find. It's within your deepest, most helpless feelings that you find the key to happiness. When you mix and merge your frozen powerlessness with this fiery anger, every fear, insecurity, and hard feeling inside you will slowly start to dissolve. It's good to be aware that all the wounds you've ever healed through your childhood and any broken relationships you've had will show up inside this healing process. And the feeling of powerlessness is powerful, and it can be very dark and very deep in there. You should be sure to take the flashlight of pure awareness with you. Take the risk to peer through this darkness. Be a friend to your deepest pain. This is the key to true life mastery. When you can sit with your illusion of powerlessness, knowing it is just a limiting belief keeping you stuck in life, you've started the path to becoming a truly healed mankind. And your anger will naturally turn into a beautiful passion for being alive. The real work here is in remaining curious about the gift that you get by diving through your anger and surrendering to the core of your powerlessness. At the very center of powerlessness is always the greatest peace. This is the sacred guidance that you need to find your way through this life. When you have access to the source of love, you have found the ultimate flashlight that will bring you through any darkness. There's no need to vent your anger on anyone as long as you know and feel your connection to this source. The secret to finding it comes in many forms. One is exploring the qualities of infinite patience and deep eternal love. By simply inviting in a feeling of infinite patience and everything you do in your daily life, getting caught in anger is truly impossible. You'll soon find that you're naturally relaxed with those people whom you once felt rushed with, or full of judgment, criticism, and deep misunderstanding. When you can sit with your helplessness, relax into it, as if for an eternity, something truly miraculous happens. A gentle, calming, healing energy naturally trickles into the God's love for you takes over. Our healing in life is so natural and effortless and happens on its own. When you stop picking at a scab and give it a loving bandage, you're giving your wound the opportunity to heal. Emotional wounds naturally heal when you stop picking at them and give them love the moment they arise. When you are able to truly sit and be with your wounded feelings, not trying to fix them in any way, just being loving and gentle with them, they will all heal. It often takes only 10 seconds of courage and a few minutes of patience before you can feel the gentle energy inching its way into the wounded feeling. Some people need to suffer greatly before they change their life course and start their healing process. It takes tremendous courage and a willingness to feel your powerlessness without covering it up and addictive substances or behaviors. Most people avoid feeling their core wound because it's easier to be distracted by something that gives instant gratification. Yet in the long run, this just creates a bigger festering wound. And what's interesting is that our addictions naturally let go when the wound is dealt with and healed. The addictions are here and there to cover up the wound. And when your wound is met consistently with a soft, sweet gentleness, the love moves through you, healing everything inside you. Our deepest wounds are our greatest teachers. It would be a travesty to ignore the most amazing teacher that shows up on your path. So it's wise to dive through your anger, find your powerlessness, surrender to the stillness it's offering, and embrace this entire process with warm, tender, caring energy every time. And when you do this ritual every day and practice it consciously, a powerful love will naturally sprout from your being, and you'll become a truly passionate, alive being in your world. This is how we can transform our anger into love. We all will know the shift happens when the situations where you normally would have been angry or frustrated at a friend or family member, you instead find a true healthy compassion rising naturally on its own accord. With love, all things are possible and nothing is impossible. And with love, there's this sensation that eternity is coursing through your every breath, and you could wait for 10,000 years for things to change. With love, your life is an unstoppable, glorious adventure. Love is so powerful, and because it feels so good, it instantly heals all the hard sabotaging energies that would have ruled your entire life. When you devote your life to love, you will find that light you need to find your way to true peace within your powerlessness. So you let yourself bathe in the deep, eternal love for yourself as much as possible. Love yourself as you are, no matter how messed up you think you are. Let love in. Let love be your guide. It will naturally transform your life into a profound healing experience that touches your very soul. Who you really are is the source of love. So why not surrender to that? There's nothing that can throw you off track when you know that love is your one and only guide. And if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. You master the body, and the body serves you. Tension in your shoulders, your face, anywhere on the body, release it. Drop the shoulders, drop the face. Everything. Anything you might have attracted to yourself in the last 24 hours. Let it go. There's no reason for any of us to have two balls and chains around our ankles, dragging them along the sand, trying to move forward, when they aren't even necessary to be there. So we just cut them, remove them, let them vaporize. And when you do this, the body will embrace and be happy and relax. And as the body does relax, you'll feel it. Feel it in the back, cervical spine. Feel it in your legs, your feet, your hands, your arms. your shoulders, everything. It'll just release like a wave of calmness. And as you do relax, you move into the now. And the now is all we have. Most of us will spend most of our time either in the past or the future or both. But unfortunately, most of us step over the now. Some of us will stay so long in the past that we'll take that past, we'll create a future from that past, and we'll relive that past in that future. Some of us will spend a lot of time in a future that doesn't exist. The now stills the mind, the ego, and the subconscious mind. All the chatter, all the noise that we all have becomes but a whisper, if that. So we aren't in the mind. We are those watching our minds. So you become a mind watcher, your mind. Much different than when you're in the mind. So as we relax our bodies and move into the now, how do we stay in the now? The now creates our future. Moment to moment, space between heartbeats is the now. Whatever you're doing in the now, you're focused on. So with all these thoughts, mostly which are not ours, they pull us off in all kinds of directions. We're either in the future or in the past, and we leave the now. Most of the time, we're not in the now. So you concentrate on your breath. The breath is the now. Can't be the past breath or the future breath. Only can be the now breath. So when you feel yourself moving off of the now, or you go wander off in the future or past, focus on your breath. You focus on your breath, you will be in the now. It's automatic. It's effortless. And each time that you find yourself leaving the now and moving in the future path, you go right back to the breath. And our breath is divine positive energy. Why is it divine? Why isn't it just breath, just oxygen? Because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God within it. It's very powerful. It can focus and strengthen our direction in this life. It can increase the flow of love that we are, and peace. It can calm us in a split second. It can empower us in a split second. And as we breath in this divine positive energy, we merge it, watch it through our heart, mind's motion picture. We merge it with our God force, love, light energy, our chi, our ki, our prana. And we move both of them up directly through the center of our physical bodies. These are known as energy vortex, wheels of light, chakras. And they're all different colors, all 7, all different flowers in the centers, and all different geometrical shapes in the centers of the flowers of the wheels of light. So we watch as we bring it through the root chakra, the Muladhara. Red wheel of light. Career, money, mindset, sense of belonging. It represents our foundation and feeling of being in the now. Location is the base of the spine, the tailbone area. Emotional issues, survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food. Physical association, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. And then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana, sexuality and pleasure. It is our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. Location is lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues is your sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical associations, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. And then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, personal power, ability to channel. It's your ability to be confident and in control or in the flow of the now of your life. Location is upper abdomen, the stomach area. Emotional issues, self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical association is central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. They move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the anahata, love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It's our ability to love. The center of the chest, just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, throat chakra, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. It's in throat. Emotional issues, communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in life. It is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Some of us see the forest through the trees, we see the trees through the forest. Some of us see both, some of us see neither. It's in our forehead between the eyes, also called the brow chakra. Emotional issues, intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical association, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. We move to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Connection to the divine. The highest chakra represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of our heads. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty. Our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. The God. Pure consciousness. Physical associations, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. Now, as we've watched through our breath, divine positive energy, we've brought both of these energies all the way up through the 7 chakras, energy vortexes, which are basically gateways to all existence beyond. And right at the top of our heads, we hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress it into pure liquid energy. And we release it over our pineal gland. Pineal gland is very important to all of us while we're in these physical forms experiencing, because it is the gateway to the astral plane, to all the particles of existence, to pure consciousness, to God and beyond. Now, through your heart, mind, motion picture, you can view the pineal gland any way you choose. I look at it and see it as a rosebud, a green ball. When I release this pure liquid energy over it immediately explodes into a massive multicolored petal rose, vibrating a soft, misty frequency of pure knowing, pure deep eternal love, pure awareness, endless, far-reaching, eternal. And it opens up all of the gateways, so to speak, all of the avenues, all of that we are. Every particle, every atom, every molecule, everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing, all at once. With the pineal gland, there's no boundaries. It's all open. This is why it's very important to us. We also are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we know and we're aware consciously that we're one, the heart mind, the ego mind, the body, the God, the pure consciousness, all of it, one. The higher self, the soul, the spirit. And we are heaven on this earth. And every step we take is paradise. A God planet full of gods, becoming self-aware of who and what they are, discovering that they are heaven on the earth, and that every step they take is paradise. So you have a God planet that is heaven in paradise. And we have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Tha, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. They're all consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do interact with them more than we're aware. And every single time, it's not like you know it in the beginning. You're caught up in just a regular conversation like you are with other people. But then after the conversation, after the interaction, and after they're gone, you just know that you've had that interaction. It's like a piece of bliss that comes sparking out from within. Now, 10, 50,000 can surround any one of us at any one time. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small area. The ascended masters, they're the ones who have ascended into body, mastered body, and then ascended out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness, deep eternal love. We have ascended into physical form, are mastering physical form, creating experience while in physical form, so that we perfect our creations. And we're all reflections of different facets of ourselves. So we're compelled to call out to all the particles of existence, all the facets of all of us, reflections. So we call upon all light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and liberation of this planet. And they come in the Google plexus. one gigaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath Earth. Many, many, many different civilizations and species. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form in the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all of the off-worlders, all of the galactics, all of the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, to form the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them. Barely. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day, and trillions travel throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all their levels and species of each civilization, including the good, the not so bad, the good, the not so good, and the bad. Understanding that the vibrational frequency of all of us must be at a very high level of deep eternal love and gratitude for us to be in this meditation. So we have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, Zeta Reticuli, Feline, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the liberation of this planet. They come in the billions, and they're with us now. Call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms: on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, to form this circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them. And they come in the trillions, color, shape, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen before. You have the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, mermaid, dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. All consciously aware of the deep eternal love and gratitude that they are. And they come in the trillions, and they're with us now. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods, one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, and prosperity. And we're all one. And we're all God, pure consciousness. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy continues to intensify, continues to expand, and is in all things, everything. All that there is, ever has been, ever beyond, and forever. We immediately form a circle of light, massive circle of light, with the intense vibrational harmonic frequency of our deep eternal core of pure love and gratitude. And this light is so brilliant that it grays out the sacredness of space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even compare to its radiance. And it's flooding all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, and this meditation. Flooding everything. Head to toe, inside now. Complete liberation of this planet. In this now. In this meditation. So we begin to levitate up above the planet, starting from the equator. And as we do, we're met with this massive gossamer field. It's like an ocean of glitter. Yet you can see through it. And all these little mirrors, little tiny mirrors, reflecting all of the facets of all of us gathered for this meditation. Brilliant, vibrant, unlimited amount of colored, reflective, glittering light. And we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. And this is a column that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We call upon and meet with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we are met with the white fire. This is the column that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, eternally, we are imbued with a God-force, love-light energy of deep eternal love and gratitude that cannot be breached from any external power, source, or authority, cannot be disturbed, harmed, manipulated, seduced, tricked, at all. Protected 24/7 eternally. But only you have the power. That if you decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, through hatred, anger, greed, manipulation, dishonesty, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you are met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance, and we can send it to pure consciousness where it is no more. We're then met with a violet ray. This is the column that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can purify, cleanse, and harmonize the area where once these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony and highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the sun, the sunlight. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the mountains. We are the trees and the forests. We are the oceans, the lakes, the streams, the rivers. We are the snow. We are the mountains. We are the animals. We are everything. The sky, the clouds, everything. Now we continue to ascend above the planet, and as we do, some of us step outside our physical form, those of us who are carrying physical form, and float effortlessly above that form. We come across this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system, so it's very easy for us to look into the column, the shaft, and we see this massive oblong sphere. It's just this beautiful, vibrant, sparkling golden white light that's sending out pulsating waves of warm mist, kind of like golden glitter, and it is absorbed into our skin and into our very core being, our bodies, head to toe, inside and out. And this is deep eternal love and gratitude. And surrounding this golden white light are vibrant colored rings of light around it, each one sending the same mist, saturating all of us inside and out, head to toe, with gentleness and kindness and generosity and humbleness, with bliss and tranquility, with peace, joy, love, with riches, wealth, abundance, wonderful health, honesty, all flooding us. We look at the top of this column, this crystal light tower that we've created, and the golden ocean, we designed it so it can come cascading down perpetually, eternally, saturating all of us, inside and out, head to toe, with deep eternal love. And all of us are drops of that golden ocean, and we hold the essence of that golden ocean. And the ocean is the drops and the drops of the ocean. There's no separation, never has been, never will be. It is just an illusion to not be one. When we look and we see our meditative sphere, we created this meditative sphere. It's at center circle, almost 3 years ago. It holds well over 1,000 of our meditations that are in constant perpetual motion of deep, pure, eternal love, gratitude, tremendous intent, unwavering, from all of us gathered here every day, omnipotently powerful, transforming all of the civilization of this planet, moving vibrational frequencies higher and higher, transforming hate and anger into deep eternal love and gratitude. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And that's why that this godlike love force energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. It's absolutely magna glorious. And you feel it. Feel anything come within in you that erupts, anger, hate, frustration, and move it, walk into it, through it, embrace it, and shift it into the mastering direction that you choose of deep eternal love and gratitude, of compassion. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. in through the nose. Easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Whoever you've decided you are is still the tiniest fraction of who you truly are. You are not defined by the ideas you have about yourself, nor your desires, nor the shape of your body, and not the positive or negative attitude of your mind. You are beyond all of this. You are indefinable. You are greater than your mind can fathom. You are a spiritual energy which is unbounded and infinite. This is the true you that will never cease. For 5 minutes today, sometime today, sit with the question, who am I? Explore it with your heart, not with your head. Be aware of the mind whenever it creates another idea of who you will be or who you were, and instead dive into the very essence of your being. Explore what is here now at the very core of you in this very moment. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. And we will return here November 28th, 2020, Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.